It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Grizzlies come into town for this one. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Bertans comes in for Rudy Gay. Derek White's checked in for Walker. And AI is subbed in for Murray. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Rab's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Chandler Parsons comes in for Jackson. CJ Miles, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Avery Bradley. So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Conley. Rab is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then it's Brooks. And it's Miles in at the small forward position. And the Grizzlies leading by 7.
Well, traditionally such an accurate three-point shooting team, the Spurs last year in a bit of a funk finished 26th in three-point percentage. That's after being first in the league 4 out of the last 8 years.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Pass to Rab. Conley left side. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Talking about the Spurs last season, Brett, much of their offense was running through LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, he had a remarkable year, maybe his best year of his career. He looked so much more comfortable in his role. And without Kawhi Leonard, they leaned on him a ton. I think he enjoyed that. He responded with a great year.
The Spurs shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Well, when you talk to AI, what you can come away with is a sense that he's just not going to stop working to improve his game, given his story.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Brooks kicks to Miles. Parsons for 3. The rebound by AI.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward. And I like the fact that this team continues to fight and have clawed themselves back into a point where they're in striking distance.
Outside Conley. Shot clock at 5. The pass to Rab. Shoots over Poeltl. And so it's Mike Conley making highlights for the Memphis Grizzlies. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA.
The ups and downs of injuries.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
The new era of NBA basketball, playing outside in. We'll see if they could take advantage of that moving forward.
So on the floor for Memphis. Conley out there with Brooks. Then there's CJ Miles. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Rab in at the center, locking down the middle. Brent, last season the league cut back on timeouts. Are you hearing any other ideas of how to reduce the duration of some of these games?
There's also the idea last year where they put it into place where right after the second quarter ended, they put you on a 15-minute clock in between halftime.
It started immediately.
And I thought that that was ideal. So if you're at a game and you get to see the dog jumping through the hula hoop.
Which you love.
I love it.
I know.
It's only going to last the 7 or 8 minutes before the teams come back out. And I thought last year that helped the game speed along. And I think they sped up last year, if I'm not wrong, Kevin, by about 3 minutes time.
I'm glad when you go out there and balance the dishes on your head. That's always been so fun to watch.
There's only one red panda, Kevin.
I know. Now a timeout called by Memphis. And this matchup, back to the action after this word. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous guys checked in for Murray. Memphis also making some changes. Parsons comes in for Anderson, and Brooks subbed in for Bradley. AI left side. And now it's a double-digit lead. AI's got 6.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Gang and Aldridge are up front. Then it's AI. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Walker in at the shooting guard position. That's the San Antonio 5. Over in the corner, Conley. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And a contested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Brooks finds Jackson. Valanciunas with the ball. 12 points for him. Conley gets the bucket.
You know, when Conley's scoring like this, I think they are a better team. I mean, the passing is great, but fill it up, Mike. I'm loving this.
Well, last season we saw Valanciunas start to step out a bit with his shot.
You know, started taking about 1-3 a game. And you wonder if he's geared up to act more like a stretch 5 over the next part of his career. He's always had a great touch from the line and mid-range. Now, that just seems like a natural progression.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Michael Conley picks one up for San Antonio. They have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. And some changes here for the Spurs. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. Bertans comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's White in for DeMar DeRozan. Memphis also making some changes. Ivan Rabb comes in for Valanciunas, and it's C.J. Miles in for Jackson. Spurs leading by 12. Walker in the corner. Basket is good. The assist from AI. Walker's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Conley, the pass to Miles. And again, Memphis no good. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for San Antonio. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And the Spurs making a change here. Forbes checked in. Here's AI. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Yep, it counts.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Parsons outside. Back to Brooks. Pass to Miles. And he banks in the layup. Miles has got his first bucket in this one.
Not sure you can ask for a better look. He can make those shots while sleeping.
AI outside. And he uses the glass on the layup. AI's got 10 points in the game.
Once AI gets the ball in that painted area, he's just got a number of ways that he can go to cause damage.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Then for the Grizzlies, Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Rab. Jackson comes in for C.J. Miles. And Bradley's subbed in for Mike Conley. So on the floor for Memphis, Chandler Parsons out there with Jackson. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Avery Bradley. And it's Anderson in a 2-guard.
Well, great job of finishing the play. AI taking the hit, still focused on the rim, getting it done.
Mike Conley's checked in for the Grizzlies. Free throw, no good for AI. One of my favorite moves is the Euro step. I know it's one of yours as well. There are a lot of guys that can do it well.
Well, I got to see Manu Ginobili step around me for years in San Antonio. But I think James Harden is still the most devastating Euro step player we have in the game. There's something about the lefties, isn't there, Kevin? We have a hard time figuring
they
a
throw
lefty
you off.
out.
They throw you off automatically just by the left hand.
Right.
Then they add the little sidestep.
James Harden with the shiftiness and the way he moves the ball around and draws contact. I know there are a lot of people that get aggravated by that, but he's nearly impossible to stop, especially when he's got his passport with the Euro step.
He slithers. Gay dishes to AI. There's no longer a home and road designation as far as light and dark jerseys. Is that an issue at all? I mean,
not really. It's a little off-putting some games where you just flip on and your
trying
brain's
to figure out where they are. Exactly.
Where is this game being played?
Yes.
But with how many alternate jerseys last year teams had and specialty jerseys they had, it's a lot of fun to see the apparel companies paint a different picture on the floor.
The kick out to Aldridge. Pass to DeRozan. Outside, Walker. AI outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Michael Conley picks one up.
Well, when you ask why is AI so difficult to stop without fouling, it's because he has a number of ways to beat you. Shooting, moving without the ball, passing it. Very difficult to take everything away.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Walker. Memphis also making some changes. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Justin Holiday comes in for Avery Bradley. And Tyler Dorsey's subbed in for Mike Conley. Here's Dorsey, makes it off the glass.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Spurs.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for AI.
That unselfishness was on full display here tonight. Did a great job of getting his teammates going.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Here's Jackson. Up and in on the layup.
Great positioning on the glass, jumping all over that miss and sticking it back in.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Now, here's AI, guarded by Holiday. Back to AI. Count it.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game, and to have that.